All right, I'm here. Sorry it took 6 minutes for me to get here, but I did manage. Uh, Thank you for the super chat, Alendius. $20. Bannon is a good Christian boy who didn't do nothing. I have noticed that usually Christians that just keep it to themselves and are just Christian are decent folk. While Christians that are very outspoken about their Christianity, like they want the entire world to know, they usually aren't that good people. Like I'm just saying, my thoughts that Christianity is about salvation and your soul and relationship with Christ. Like it's not a bad thing to say that you're a Christian, but like when it's in the political sphere, right? Like you're on the World Wide Web, discussing with 10,000 denominations of Christianity, and there's also atheists there, and there's also Buddhists and other people, and you're like, I'm a Christian. It's kind of like a vegan going around bragging about being a vegan. It's like, what does that have to do with the policy, with the taxation, with the immigration, right? It's like, ask the Pope what Jesus said about the immigration, and the Pope would say that Jesus wanted more. Jesus wanted the entire Middle East to gorge on European welfare. Seriously, like that's the Pope's stance on it, which is very interesting. Anyway, I didn't want to talk about religion. I know many people are bored about it. I wanted to talk about something that Blizzard actually did positive. Like I was pleasantly surprised. I don't think that anyone expected Blizzard to actually pull something interesting. And, I'm still waiting to see how the Overwatch thing develops because they released an Ushikushi character, managed to get 30,000 people playing their game again. And now they're talking about nerfing the character, so we'll see if it's a bait and switch or if they genuinely just keep the character as is. But let me show you something else that they did. And this is quite fascinating. Okay, hold on. Let me take the troll away because I need to fix the phone. Let me show you what Blizzard did first. So they announced a new class for Diablo, and the reason that I find this interesting is that it's for Diablo 2. I mean, which one of you actually expected that Diablo 2 is going to get an update? But apparently, it's a 15-year anniversary or some shit like that. So, they're making a new class called the Warlock, and it's going to be available for Diablo 2, Diablo 3, and Diablo 4. They're basically released on different months. And yeah, you can literally like buy this class. I have no interest in buying it, by the way. But like the fact that they still care about this game, and there are like some people that still play Diablo 2. That's interesting. The class looks a little bit overpowered, a little bit broken. I guess like that's the point. Which it's fine. It's like Diablo 2, right? But I wouldn't enjoy playing such a broken class. However, this is what it looks like.
This is all hell could marshal forth. Let us begin. These creatures of darkness.
Why is this game ripping off Path of Exile? Can anyone tell me?
Real to me, or perish.
apparently, this is out now. It also comes with some quality of life updates, so that's pretty cool. And if you're a Diablo fan, yeah, go for it. You know, unless you hate Blizzard that much and you just don't want to touch it because it's theirs. But still, what is the name of your game? Where can you buy it? I will have to tell you on Discord, like if you have it, because I'm not supposed to promote not safe for work stuff on YouTube. It's against the rules, and I'm a good boy. I don't break the rules. Right. I miss games where the secret most powerful character is the starting class. Was that ever a thing? Wait, I think I got the troll back now. Testing. I do not even play Diablo, and I think it's pretty cool. You know what's kind of lame? That they never made a remake of Diablo 1. Like, I would have really liked to play that if it was done properly, but unfortunately, I feel like they lost the code for the game or something like that, because they wanted to make a remake of the original Diablo, but something happened, and so they didn't. Diablo 2 did get a remake. Now it's getting some quality of life updates. I really like it. Diablo 3 is kind of meh, so I'm not going to play that. However, I do have Diablo 4, and so if they actually release the Warlock on the Diablo 4 game, I may be interested in trying it. Yeah, the game definitely ripped off Path of Exile. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. It's obviously, you know, you look at the graphics, you look at the gameplay. I mean, it's a shameless, absolutely shameless ripoff. By the way, Path of Exile 2, really great game. You guys should try it. Maybe you can end up meeting Elon Musk or the person that's botting on his account. Anyway, right. Let's talk about Epstein. The reason I even brought up Blizzard is because the conversation with Epstein has to do with Blizzard. So, if you looked at the files, there is a very bizarre accusation where apparently Jeffrey Epstein was laundering money alongside with Steve Bannon, and they were using World of Warcraft, right? So, as you can see, this is the post. Jeffrey Epstein allegedly laundered money via World of Warcraft in-game gold buy with dirty cash, transferred between accounts to obscure the trail, then sell for the clean fiat. Steve Bannon ran Internet Gaming Entertainment, a firm that paid low-wage Chinese workers to farm WoW gold and sell it for real money, reporting raising $16 million. This is sus. This is very sus. Because as a cynical Eastern European, I kind of noticed a couple of grifts, right? And a grift is usually when a person that has absolutely nothing to do with a certain industry decides to invest in that industry. Like, it's really fucking weird, right? Like, don't get me wrong. To see an American, right, like Steve Bannon, deciding to have a company that focuses on gold farming in World of Warcraft. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Yeah, like, especially like Chinese gold farmers, right? Like, why not making Nike shoes? So I don't know if like he was actually tied to Jeffrey Epstein. I do think that this may have been a way for many right-wingers to grift during the World of Warcraft time period. Those of you that actually did play the game probably remember just how much people were raging because of the Chinese gold farmers. Like, I remember before the raid, the prices of the potions would drop because the Chinese gold farmers would just flood the market with cheap potions. And so, if you wanted to sell potions, like, the entire marketplace was fucked. And a lot of people were really pissed off. It's like, these individuals, they're not playing the game. They're not playing the game, they're just ruining the economy. Fucking ban them. And Blizzard's answer to this was to sell gold themselves, right? So like Blizzard finally said, okay, fine, like you can buy our token, and with our token, you can either get like a 1 month subscription if you redeem it, or you can sell it on the marketplace for gold. That was like an interesting thing, right? And all of a sudden, like all the Chinese gold farmers were put out of a business because they they had like official competition. But yeah, it's quite possible that like Steve Bannon wasn't actually trading with Jeffrey Epstein. But World of Warcraft gold most likely was used to launder cash. Like, obviously, there's no doubt about it, right? I'm actually surprised it managed to get under the radar and it didn't hit with like any government agency. Although at the time the internet was still new, like people weren't expecting it. I do know like a couple of different grifts, by the way, that these are like grifts that genuinely happen, so you can understand how rich people manage to bypass all of the laws and the regulations that are placed in order to make sure that money laundering doesn't happen. One of these grifts have to do with books, right? So like, for instance, if you're a agitator for Saudi Arabia or Qatar, right? Qatar is actually one that's more prominent. Let's say Qatar hires an imam in order to do like agitation in Britain, right? And he does the agitation, and it's like, how do they pay him? Because like they can't literally, like the state of Qatar, if they pay him, it's too fucking obvious. And so like the imam just writes a book, right? Puts it on Amazon. The government of Qatar purchases like 10,000 copies. All of a sudden, it's a bestseller, you know, like the imam gets prestige, and on top of that, he makes the money for the book. Leftists do it with speeches at universities, Obama especially, but you have like Robin DiAngelo, many others. Like, how do they get paid? Well, again, like, they can't really get paid on hand. So, like, the government pays the university with a grant, and then that money from the grant, when Robin DiAngelo comes there, like, she charges like $6,000 per hour of speech. She speaks for like 2 hours. You can't expect more. And all of a sudden, boom, $12,000, right? Plus the prestige that she spoke at the renowned university. Another grift. This one is Islamic oriented usually. You have individuals that like perform a service, right? Like usually agitation or whatever. So you have a lady that's coming from Qatar, and she's got like her burqa on and shit, and she's filled with jewelry, right? Like she's got like many rings, she's got necklaces, she's got like a lot of expensive stuff, and she goes through the airport and she manages to pass because it's like, well, it's her personal jewelry, right? Usually like airports, they would have like a level of cash that you're not allowed to carry over. Like you're not allowed to have like in Europe, I think it's like more than $10,000 with you, right? Like more than that, you get flagged. But if a woman like has like incredibly expensive jewelry, like they're not going to appraise it right there and then, you know, like they're not going to see how much the diamonds cost. And they're not hidden, like she wears them. So like she manages to go into the country of origin, like she goes to England and all of a sudden talks to the imam, just takes all the jewelry off, gives it to him, bada bim, bada boom, right? So that's another grift. This one, with World of Warcraft cash, I assume that it's not being used anymore. But yeah, like using game currency, like especially in a game like World of Warcraft where you're actually sure that you can unload the currency, right? Because like there were people that were actually buying gold. That was a good way. I wonder like when Blizzard actually decided to stop the grift and to basically like ban the Chinese gold farmers, if a lot of people didn't actually lose money, right? Because like you end up sitting with the assets. But now like if I see this shit, I kind of understand why Blizzard may not have cracked down on it in the beginning. Because it was like so painfully obvious that it's happening, and like for years people were begging Blizzard to do something about it. And if you actually have like influential people grifting with it, well, probably like some influential people did go to Blizzard and said, it's like, hey, we're going to give you some of the profits, you know, can you look the other way? Like, we're trying to grift here, like, is it okay? Like, it's not ruining your game that badly, right? So this was like really interesting when I saw it. Again, I don't think like there's any evidence that Steve Bannon and Epstein were like trading gold with each other. Like that's more of an internet sensationalism thing. But I do believe that yeah, no, like a lot of elites may have used World of Warcraft in order to pay or get paid without triggering any flags. The Dashing Grow, welcome back to the show. Bannon Lupercal is in the Epstein files along with the Chaos Walrus Wizard, Donggong Eurasia, Russian origin. I haven't seen that, but I believe you. Minister of Rothing, also welcome back to the show. They're comparing Bannon to Epstein because he farmed gold in WoW. Oh my god, how evil. Seriously, who does he think he is? Asmongold Befall. Well, it's kind of like the sensationalism of social media, right? Anything that can be tied to Epstein now is not only tied, but the person is assumed to be a pedophile. I mean, again, like that's ridiculous, right? Just because like Epstein walked down the street and had an acquaintance, like she knew the lady at the grocery store, doesn't mean that the lady at the grocery store was a pedophile. I'm just saying, like, it's becoming ridiculous at some point. It's like, look, if you actually have, like, a victim saying that this person was at the island and he was partaking, or there's a photo, or there's, like, anything that, like that, you know, at this point, like, Epstein does seem to have been really connected, and so maybe, like, a lot of people did go to the island and nothing happened. Because I don't think, like, going to the island necessarily meant partying with underage girls, right? Like, he probably received a lot of people, because that's how networking works, right? Like, you have, like the Mafia. The Mafia had, like, legal businesses, right? Like, they had legitimate casinos and legitimate businesses. And then you have, like, the underground businesses. The prostitution, the drug trade, like, all of that. And so, most networks that are operating on blackmail, like, they actually require to have, like, legal parties in order to have the surface level of everything is above the board, everything is fine. That's how you make the connections, right? The slow cooking of the frog, if you will. And then you have like the underage shit, which is the blackmail operation, is the criminal activity. So, is every single person that went to the Epstein Island a criminal? I don't think so. You know, like, I need more evidence. Like, a victim making an accusation, footage, you know, like something. Or maybe the person that went repeatable times, or after they found out that Epstein is actually a pedophile and they still went, okay? Like, that's different, but simply because Epstein was trading gold and Bannon was trading gold, therefore Bannon is a pedophile. No. But do I believe that Bannon was grifting? Yes. He was definitely grifting. Guys who go to strip clubs to do business and they're never looked at, noticed, or even get a lap dance while there. Yeah, I mean, there were, when strip clubs were in vogue, right? Like before the internet, people actually had to go outside in order to see pussy. There were people that went to strip clubs not to see the strippers, but simply because they wanted to do business and they wanted to be left alone. So you would have like a corner table where people are just gathering, they're drinking, they're having fun, right? And it was like also the edgy nature of being in a strip club, right? It's edgy, it's a nightclub, it's... Anyway, I should have gone into crime. It depends what crime. Like some crime is profitable, other isn't. Aren't the victims going to speak up or what? Are their cases pending? I have no fucking idea, man. I have no fucking idea. But what I find it interesting is that, again, Jeffrey Epstein is probably the only criminal in the world that killed himself for no reason. Like, apparently, no victim came out. Like, not a single person was found to have been trafficked, right? So, like, he is a person that trafficked people to nobody. I mean, right? And there were, like, a lot of girls. I don't think, like, even if we were to assume that he was doing all of them, it's like he was just one man. And there were, like, so many women. Anyway, right, it is what it is. I think, like, the story with Epstein, it's kind of starting to bore me because they're going to milk it. They're going to constantly milk it, and look at what's happening now, right? They distracted me from Don Lemon. Like, Don Lemon was the meat of the story. He was actually the most important thing that happened this month. And I couldn't talk about Don Lemon because I'm distracted by the Epstein files. And you look at the Epstein files, and what do you see? A nothing burger, right? Like, apparently Jeffrey Epstein had an Xbox account. And I'm like, wow, really? Holy shit. Apparently he got banned from Xbox Live. It's like, oh, okay. Is it illegal? No. All right, why am I hearing about it? Right? Like, all of the files were a nothing burger, and this begs the question. It's like, why weren't they released up until now? Like, the Jeffrey Epstein thing is being in the public conversation for more than 40 years now. So, like, for 40 years, like, they knew that Jeffrey Epstein had an Xbox account, and for some reason, they didn't release that information. But they're releasing it now when Don Lemon gets arrested. It's like, I'm sorry, I want to read more about Don Lemon. Anyway, this was something else that I saw on Twitter. And I had to, like, read it 10 times because it gave me brain damage. Like, I genuinely never seen something like this, so I didn't know what to make of it. But maybe you guys can help me out and tell me, like, what the fuck is it? So, this is the picture, right? To be honest, like, as a Romanian who lives in Eastern Europe, like, this is not a lot of snow, right? This is average, I guess, but maybe in the United States, this is a lot. But you have, like, this person saying, this pile is almost 7 feet high. How is it going to go away? And I had to read this a couple of times. It's like, at first I assumed, like, maybe it doesn't snow in America, right? Like, maybe America is like the Sahara Desert, and this is the first time they see snow, so, like, they generally don't know how it interacts. Like, they actually have to read in a book to figure out. But then I realized, no, hold on, like, America is almost the size of a continent. Like, surely, you know, the parts closer to Canada may have snow. And so, this gentleman, like, puts it really well. It's not, John, right? The snow is not going to go away. It's going to snow more and more. You'll be buried alive one day. This is the least amount of snow you'll see for the rest of your life. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's how snow works. Like, it's not going away. Like, once the snow is there, it's forever, right? So, you can only see just more snow or the same. You can never see less. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my fucking God. It's just like, wow. Yeah. How is the snow going to go away? Yeah, and it is barely a meter, right? Like, in Eastern Europe, like, I have seen snow that literally entombs places. Like, they go higher than a house. And that is genuinely a problem. But like that, sure. Westerosi winter? Oh, God. Yeah, by the way, there was another transgender school shooter. If you missed it. And I have to wonder, like, why is it always schools? You know, why is it never, like, I don't know, newspaper publications or television stations or anything else? Like, I'm not saying, like, something should be shot, heaven forbid, right? I'm not advocating for that. But I'm just noticing the consistency, like, the obsession. It's like, transgender school shooter. Like, I have heard this phrase so many times by now. And I just have to wonder, like, why? Why is it like the schools? Like, why specifically the schools? Right? Like, again, I'm not saying that it should be something else. But if we're going to go with the premise that something is going to get shot, like, you have to wonder, like, why the consistency? Why the insistence on schools? Someone told me it's because Satan wants to harm the innocent. And it's like, well, hold on a little bit. Like, my theology tells me that doesn't really make sense. Like, wouldn't Satan want the innocents to grow up so they can start sinning? Right? Like, we need to assume that Satan has, like, some logistical mindset, right? Like, he's running a kingdom, he's running hell, right? So, like, he needs to have, like, some business sense. He can't be, like, really that stupid. If Satan is really that stupid, then he's not a danger, right? But, like, I assume he has some intellect, and so, like, you would want the innocents to survive, to grow up, so they stop being innocent, so they commit sins, and then you kill them, right? So, like, again, I don't think, like, Satan has anything to do with this. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, like, some theologists can contradict me on it, but I think I'm being logically consistent here. Slixian, yet again, has censorship. Slixian, just, like, use ChatGPT for the love of God. I will see what he's going to post, because he's still writing chat, so I'm in suspense. Alright, I got the message. Schools are soft targets with the maximum emotional impact. That is why. So do you think it's like that? Do you think like they're literally just standing there and wondering, it's like, how can I get the biggest emotional, like it's all about the feelings, it's about the emotions? Italians guy, hello. Welcome to the show. Satanists can and always use him as a method or conduit for their bullshit. I don't think like it's that, no. It's just like, again, like theologically, to me, it doesn't make sense. Like, if the purpose is to get souls in hell, right? If you get an innocent killed, that's an innocent that goes to heaven. And so you're not really doing a good job. Like, there are better ways of doing this, right? Like, for instance, a gay bar. Like, there was that Muslim, right? He shot a gay bar. I mean, you can say that Satan did it, right? Like, that's different. They can say, like, Satan had something to do with it, and he influenced that, and that would make sense, right? Like, none of those gay people repented. None of those gay people took communion before, right? So, that makes sense. But in a school, no. Like, it makes no sense. Exposing innocents to evil. Yeah, but, like, this is the thing. The devil didn't expose them to evil. Allegedly, the devil got them killed, right? So, they don't have time to sin. Like, if you expose innocents to evil and then they grow up and they do evil things and then they die, then they go to hell. But if innocent people just die, they go to heaven. And again, like, Satan doesn't win. So, I don't get it. For him, sacrifices are acceptable to best the minds of those who have witnesses the horrors, making them more susceptible to the manipulation. Well, I mean, I don't know, like, okay, so, what, you think, like, David Hogg is the work of Satan? Like, is this what you're saying? Is that because he survived, and he decided to go to the March of Our Lives? Like, that's satanic? Is this what the conclusion is? Because, I don't think so. I disagree. A person that actually gets to live through a traumatic event, like if you actually manage to survive a school shooting or something like that, just because you're exposed to evil, I don't think like that makes you evil, right? I think like on the contrary, like that is more likely to make a person pious. Like they view the traumatic event like they're going to praise Jesus for being alive. So yeah, the tactics, the methods, I disagree. I don't think it's Satan. I think it's just the shooter on this one. You know, like even religious people could agree that sometimes humans by themselves can do nasty shit. Like there doesn't need to be any mysticism involved. Doesn't need to be any supernatural. Like no, human beings are capable of horrible things, and this is probably one of them. My point is that Satanists aren't about worshipping Satan, but more about worshipping themselves. That's not how religion works, my brother in Christ. No, it's not about... Okay, there are different types of satanic worships. Well, actually, there's more like three. The first one is the Church of Satan, the official one. That one was created during the Bush era because the Bush era was like the right-wing woke. And the right-wing woke was like, if it's in the Bible, it's in the Bible. If it's religion, I have rights. And so they were like, okay, well, if like religion is a human right, you know, it's like the Bush era was kind of like this. Imagine like how now, like being trans, like trans rights, right? Like trans rights is important, trans rights this, trans rights that, right? During the Bush era, it was like religious rights this, religious rights that, you're infringing on my religion, blah, blah, blah. And they had like cancel culture and shit. And so like the Satanic Temple is like, okay, well, this is my religion, and I have religious rights too. And so it was kind of like a civil rights group against right-wing wokeness, if you will, and then it devolved into like against Christianity, period. But in the beginning, like you had people that were creationists that believed the earth is 6,000 years old. People that believe that being wealthy is because God likes you, televangelists, like all that type of shit. Anyway, that's one type of Satanist. It doesn't matter if you agree or not with them, like, but they exist. That's what they did, right? It was like a group of people that use Satanism as a way to claim that they're religious. The second one are like legit Satanists. MS-13, like for example, right? They actually do practice like human sacrifices and a lot of shit, usually as gang initiations. It's like to prove that you can be trusted to go into the gang, you have to perform an evil act. The president of El Salvador was talking about how certain people that left the gangs because they were asked to kill a baby. You know, shit like that. Yeah, I don't know how much of it is true. The president of El Salvador said it in an interview with Tucker Carlson, so make of that as you will. I don't know how much they believe it, right? It could also just be like a way to get people initiated in the gang, to show that they're willing to do crime, that they can kill people, but like not necessarily like they believe in the beast. Regardless, that is like another type of Satanist, and then it's like the Wiccan type, like the witches, the blah blah blah, that may genuinely believe that they believe in mysticism. They believe that making deals with Satan, kind of like Styx Hexenhammer, right? Like Styx Hexenhammer didn't make a deal with Satan. He made a deal with a demon called Stolas. Now, I make a video game about succubies, right? But I don't believe that the succubies are real. I don't believe in the mysticism. I don't believe that my characters are real. Apparently, Styx Hexenhammer does believe that Stolas is real, does believe that he's got, like, supernatural powers now because of the deal, right? So, like, these are, like, the groups of people, different groups of people that all you can... The church, right? Like, the church would call all of them Satanists. But they're obviously like different factions, different groups with, yeah. Styx is technically an occultist. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the church would just call him a Satanist. Like, if you talk with the Pope right now and you ask the Pope, like, what do you feel about this YouTuber? He would be Satanist. Anyway, there are two types of Satanists. Satanists and Satanists. The first group don't worship anything. They're just trolls. The second one are the ones that you need to worry about. Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, if they're part of a cult and they actually do sacrifices and shit and rituals and, you know, they can definitely be dangerous. But most of them, at least when I was growing up, a lot of them were people that were practicing death metal, black metal, and they were just edgy. However, the edginess in some cases were taken to extremes. Like, there was a black metal singer, I forgot his name, but he actually did burn a church, right? Like, he set fire to a church, and he also killed someone. So, usually, like, when you have, like, the extreme edges of society, like, you have people that think it's just a meme, but you have also, like, genuine psychos that don't think it's just a meme and take it too far. And then everyone suffers, and this is why we can't have cool things. Varg was his name? Probably. Yeah, I think it may have been. You don't believe in succubus, not even in the metaphysical way. I don't believe in mysticism. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, like anything that has to do with the supernatural, I don't think that in the it exists because we are in the era of smartphones. Like, if the supernatural existed, like someone somewhere would have taken a screenshot of it, right? Like, you would have a guy with a phone, like, recording a demonic ritual where something happened. You would have, like, someone with a smartphone recording a spooky ghost by now. But because it has never happened, I firmly assume that, yes, like, the supernatural just isn't real. I may be wrong, okay? Like, it possibly I'm wrong, but from what I'm seeing, no. Yeah, I don't ship supernatural, no. It would be nice if the world was more fantasy. I think like if fantasy existed in the world, it would become mundane, right? Like, look, computers. Like, computers is fantasy stuff. Like, if you were to take computers 300 years in the past, people would think you're a sorcerer. Like, they wouldn't think, like, it's technology. They would think it's magic. And we live in that, right? And it's mundane. Like, everyone is looking at computers. No one is, like, baffled. You know, the fact that I'm speaking right now and you guys can hear me. I mean, even like, 15 years, this technology, live streaming. VTubing. Like, I have a VTube avatar, right, that basically does what I'm doing in real life. And on top of that, I'm talking live and you guys can hear it live. This technology didn't exist like 15 years ago. It would have been laggy. It would have been distorted. The audio would have been bad, right? There would be a lot of moments where the audio would cut. My point is, it's like, we do live in a world of quote-unquote fantasy from the point of view of people in the past, but no one is shocked about it. Like, no one is, whoa, this is so cool. Oh my goodness. AI is like fantasy level shit. I remember when I discovered character AI. You know, like the first time I interacted with AI, like I was mind blown. A lot of people generally thought that there are a couple of Indians in a call center just typing the responses on ChatGPT. And some of those people were right. It wasn't ChatGPT, it was like a different AI. I forgot the name of the company. But they literally pulled a scam. Right, so they had the idea was like this AI codes better than any other AI, and they had like 2 call centers of Indians in India that would literally just start coding for you. The problem is like they got a lot of money from investors, right? Because like they showed the product and was like, oh look, you can just get the best line of code. And the code worked, right? So, like, investors pumped a lot of money, but then they realized it's not scalable because it was a scam, right? Like, you can't just hire... Like, the idea, like, to have an AI is to start sharing it with banks and other corporations and many places, and the number of Indians that they had wouldn't have been able to scale up. So, I don't know what happened. I think, like, they got sued and then they filed for bankruptcy. There was, like, another AI that also, like, they... This one was really retarded. Apparently, the idea was to see what people buy in a supermarket so that you don't need a cashier. So basically, like, the idea is, like, first of all, it's creepy as fuck, right? Because, like, it photographs you and harvests your data and shit. But, like, anyway. The idea is, like, someone goes to a supermarket. The cameras are on the person. They know exactly what they bought. And when they go to the cashier, you don't go like, boop, 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 right? Like, there's no person there. You just know exactly what to pay. The problem is that it wasn't AI. Like, it was, again, like, people in India that were looking at the cameras and they were trying to figure out what the person has bought. And then, like, they were making a calculus. The thing with that is that it had so many false positives that the store was losing money. So, make of that what you will. All right. Apparently, we have another video game that flopped. People are calling it Concord 3. So like, there's 4 Concords so far. And when you say Concord, it means a video game that's usually AAA, and everyone knows, like, just by seeing 5 seconds of the trailer, everyone knows that it's not going to sell. And yet the developers try to sell it anyway, and it flops, right? So now it's Wildlight Entertainment, right? They created the video game called High Guard. And again, it's the same bullshit, right? Like, they desexualize the characters as much as possible. To be fair, like, unlike Concord, this actually does seem to have a straight-ish white male with a mental illness haircut, but hey, at least it's straight-ish. And like, people actually gave it a chance, okay? Like, it's not like people generally, like, just looked at it and went, ugh. No, like, people gave it a chance, and within a couple of days, despite the fact that the game was free, it had, I think, like, 900 players or something like that. And now you have, like, people going, the best FPS game to release in years. Like, my brother in Christ, you know, like, I'm glad you liked it. But it is not the best FPS games to release in here. Although, maybe it is. Maybe it is, because, like, there haven't been any FPSs released in here. No, actually, no. You get, like, Heretic Remake. Okay? Like, you have, like, the Heretic and Hexen games, which are remakes. Like, let me show you. Hold on. And so, like, those are actually the best games made. Yeah, so, Give me a second. I'll show you something cool. If you're unaware, if you're not in the know, I will put you in the loop. I'm going to plug you in right now. So some of you may have grown up with this, right? Like for many, it's probably your childhood. But here you go. Oh, what happened? What happened? Hold on. Let me just try again. Yeah. So they remade this. So this is actually better FPS than Concord 3. Look at how epic it was, you know? Like, look how epic the things were back then. Like nothing quirky. No one is making a joke about the universe. No, like literally just oozing testosterone, right? Like people just killing monsters and shit. And so you can actually play. I think I like Heretic 1. Unfortunately, you can't play Heretic 2. Like that's my favorite game, and it's not here. But yeah, you can. Oh, I got an error. I got an error, chat. This is not a good mark for this game. Yeah, it's shit. Don't buy it. Fucking broken game, broken ass fucking game, bug ridden fucking filled game. Do not spend your money on it. I got a super chat for $10 from Sakura Sensei VT. Oh, you're a VTuber. That's cool. You're talking past others with a deeper understanding and weak explanations. You should have the time to have an in-depth conversation so you can understand why people are saying satanic. I mean, I'm willing to listen, right? Like, if you want to tell me why it's satanic, again, like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would Satan kill innocent people, right? Like, innocent people haven't cooked yet. It's like picking up the apple before it's red, before it's bright and tasty. Innocent people go to heaven, okay? Like, that's the definition. And so, like, if I was Satan, I would probably do a better job than Satan. Like, you should pray to Jesus every single day. Be like, thank you, God, for not making V be Satan. Because if I was Satan, I would get more souls into hell. Like, I can guarantee to you. Like, I would, you know, if I approach Satan, I would have the pitch. I would be like, listen, Satan, I can increase your quota of souls by at least 15%, okay? Like, let's stop going after the innocents. Let's wait. Listen, I know this may be difficult, but, like, let's wait until they start sinning. When they start sinning, that's when we get them. And then they don't go to heaven, then they come to hell, right? Like, does that make any sense? Like, is it theologically sound? I think it's theologically sound. I think that, right? Like, case closed. And if you have, like, a person that's, like, you want him to commit evil, like a shooter or something like that, right? Like that Muslim shooter that went in and shot a gay bar. Yeah, that's like some satanic shit, right? Like that, literally, because every single person that he shot didn't get to repent. Didn't get to say Patre Nostre, right? Like, didn't accept Jesus in their heart. They died in sin. All of them go to hell, according to church doctrine. I'm just saying, like, look, I can do a better job, all right? Like, I literally can do a better job. Marvel Rivals is better than High Guard. Dude, like, Marvel Rivals is generally a good game. Like, Marvel Rivals rivaled Overwatch. It has, like, cool characters. They look heroic. Marvel Rivals is unironically a good first-person shooter. You have a point, right? Like, Marvel Rivals came out recently. I mean, recently-ish. And it's definitely a better game than High Guard. That's a surface level gamer version of Mortal Calculus. Well, I mean, I don't know. Show me the deep version then, right? Take me to the deep dive. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense to me. Surface level. All right. And what's wrong with the gamer version? Like what? Like are gamers not capable of understanding things? I think you need to understand a lot of things if you want to play Europea Universalis 4. There's a lot of things going on over there, you know? Like, if you're not a gamer, you may not know how to play. It's confusing if you're not a gamer, right? Gamers are actually capable of deeper thought than you think, right? You should be careful about gamers. They may surprise you. They may come from behind and show you that they know tactics. Don't give the devil ideas. Again, I don't believe in mysticism though, but I do understand doctrine, right? Like I actually started reading a little bit of Taoism recently, Buddhism, and I'm planning to start reading a little bit of Confucianism by the end of the year. What's left? Right, like I read Christianity, I read Islam, I read a couple of Christian denominations. Mormonism was the last denomination of Christianity that I've read. I think there is something that I'm missing. Shinto, right? Like I haven't read Shinto yet. I know a little bit about Amaterasu. I know a little bit of, like. Do you know what's like so interesting in Asian religions? They don't have the concept of sin. Like that's what really bewildered me. Like for instance, I think it's Buddhism or no Confucianism. I'm mixing them up, but in one of them, the whole purpose of the religion is like how to avoid suffering, right? Taoism as well. It's like how to avoid suffering. They're not telling you that it's wrong. It's basically like saying if you're struggling, it's bad. Like you're not going to go to hell, but you're going to struggle, right? And so like the idea is like, why are you suffering? You know, like if something causes you suffering, why do you keep doing it? And they have like the idea of purity, right? Like if you do bad things, then you're impure, and you have like various ways to purify yourself. But like one of the interesting things about these Eastern religions is like, in order to avoid suffering, you should not get attached to people. And like a Christian would understand this, it's like it's a sin to get attached to people. But no, like that's not what they're saying, right? They're basically saying that the whole purpose is to avoid suffering. If you want to avoid suffering, don't get attached to people. And it is true, right? Like if you get attached to a person and then that person backstabs you, you suffer. If you get attached to a person and that person passes away, you suffer. So like in order not to suffer, like you still have friendships, right? You still have connections. You're just not supposed to get yourself too attached. And that's pretty much like what Taoism is about. It's like avoiding excesses. Like it's fine to pursue a goal. Like it's fine to walk to a place. Just don't run. Don't strain yourself. Don't go upriver with a paddle. It's so fascinating because it's completely different than everything that comes from like Christianity. Although, like in a way, it kind of in some places it reaches the same point, right? But it goes through like another method. It's kind of like a math teacher saying, "Yeah, you got the answer right, but you didn't solve it in the correct way." Like for instance, they're also against excesses, right? So like lust, greed, wrath, like all of these things are considered to cause suffering, and there's like bad. But it's not like the Christian way. It's like because God said not to do it. It's basically they're saying these things cause suffering, so like don't do them. Anyway, Trayvon, thank you for the $5. Satan's goal is not to get souls to hell. His goal is to increase suffering in the world. He does not rule. He will be a prisoner there all the same. I think it depends on what Christian denomination you're at. But no, like Satan's role is to deceive and to get people to sin. I don't think like his role is necessarily to cause suffering. Do Catholics believe that? Or do Protestants believe that? I know that Orthodox don't believe that. I know that Orthodox believes that his role is actually to spite God and to get humans to sin. Because like the more people that go to hell are like more people that stray away from God, right? Like God is love and justice, and He wants people to be with Him, and Satan wants people not to be with Him. Like getting in hell is not because like He's building an army or anything. It's just like the separation of God. So like He wants to separate as many people from God as possible. In order to do that, He's doing people to sin. At least that's what the Orthodox say. Now, if the Catholics or the Protestants believe something different, like, okay, fine. I'm not going to touch other heresies, alright? I like Taoism the most out of the Eastern philosophies. Buddhism is a bit too much for the dissolution of the ego. Yeah, I'm not usually like these things supplement themselves. Like it's not mutually exclusive. Like you can be a Buddhist and a Taoist. It's kind of interesting because it's not really. I mean, they have their mysticism, but it's more like philosophies. It's not really a religion in the traditional European sense, right? It's more like how to understand yourself and how to go. Kind of like Stoicism, right? Like Stoicism is another example where it's an ideology on teaching you how to behave in order to avoid struggling and experiencing discomfort and harshness. If I have time, give a look at Hermeticism. Probably next year. Like this year is already booked. Western misunderstanding of karma. I have a problem explaining karma to Westerners. I was getting wrong. I mean, a single Westerner who properly understood karma. Well, let me tell you how I understand karma, okay? Like, tell me if I'm right or not. If I do something bad to you right now, okay, AJ, if I fuck your wife right now, it's because you have bad karma and you deserved it. Like, you invited an action that's wrong from me towards you because you have bad karma. Is that correct? Am I getting it? Am I a Westerner that gets it? Huh? I think I get it. Like this is why every time you do something bad to someone, you shouldn't feel bad about it because they had bad karma and they basically invited. They were asking for it. A little. This is the cosmos saying that they were asking for it. I'm waiting for AJ to confirm that my wisdom is true. Yeah, what goes around comes around. This is actually incorrect. Fuck. Okay, well, I give up. You know what? I got the Asian man telling me that I'm wrong, and so what am I doing with my life? I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it. I'll shut the fuck up. Anyway, right. So, you viewing karma as being a way to personal, a self. I see. My wisdom is false. If doctrine can be interpreted in multiple ways, people will do exactly that. Well, of course, like doctrine can be interpreted in multiple ways. I mean, you can look at the course of history. Religion is like a river, and sometimes it changes course. And so the theology that exists in 2016 is unrecognizable to people from the year 1500, and vice versa, right? Like what if you go with like the bullshit that you have now, the Catholic priest saying, "Oh yes, mass migration is good," a Catholic priest from the year 1200 may accept the premise, right? Okay, so like there's people that are suffering there, and you want them to come here, but he would say, yeah, every single one of them has to get baptized. That's what Pope Innocent III would say. He would basically say, "Oh yeah, there's mass migration, and there's people wanting to come to Europe. Okay, why aren't they baptized?" That's fine. If they want to migrate, perfectly okay. Baptize them at the border. They don't want to get baptized, they go back to where they came from. It means like, if they don't want to get baptized, it means that they weren't suffering enough. Right? Same Catholicism, same theology, same Bible, same religion, same everything. Karma is energy system, the energy and the environment around you. You and others can manipulate the energy, not on a point basis. Okay. Anyway, chat. I had a lot of fun with you guys, but unfortunately, as most good things, they have to come to an end. So, tomorrow is Friday. Day after, it's going to be the Under the Bridge show. We'll have Amalgamite. We're going to have a nice episode. And I'll see you there. Take care.